All right, ladies, gentlemen, and Paul, who is actually watching. Uh, as you can see, the Stanley Parable, which, if you can read the traffic in the chat window for the past little while, really funny trailers for the game, especially the Raphael trailer. So I'm looking forward to the crazy surrealism that is this game. Uh, Funny thing of note, uh, save games and achievements are disabled by default, and when you turn them on, you get an achievement for turning on achievements, which seems to fit right on par with the jokes for this game. So let us begin and actually hear the video this time, because it's important.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
And here we are.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right, meeting room, meeting room, meeting room. Someone had fun with the copying machine.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I think I kind of have to be an asshole here and not go in the door on my left.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That's awesome. I can't read the monitor. Or open the door.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Ah, it tastes so good.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
I don't know, that's a pretty sexy painting of that ocean over there. And, those mountains are kind of cool.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Maybe? Coffee.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Alright, this game's already off to an awesome start.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Should I be a dick again and see what he says? It is a tough choice. Yes.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I want to drive the forklift. There's no jump button. Okay. There's a crouch button. No sprint. Nice. Let's see if the fence sign says anything funny. Nope, just a fence sign.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Oh,
Please,
who's that?
stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Ooh. Who's she?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Well, shit, if she's been waiting, let's go. That's a lot of dark over there. Let's do this. Oh shit.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
So I have to reach out to her, but she's calling me.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Sure, magical narrator person.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh no, so sad. I'm going to press K.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Oh god, no, I have to press the 6 key.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Now I'm drinking beer. It's good coffee. Alright, now I'm pressing 8.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh sweet, I can watch TV. Let's grab a little seat here.
And so he began to fantasize
crap, that's
about
not a
his own
TV.
job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
But I wanted to watch TV. Alright, I guess we're gonna go spend time with some boys. That sounds wrong. Like, really, really wrong. And the clock is ticking. Tick, 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 tick.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to
That's
behold.
awesome. Ooh, dinner. Let's go make some dinner. Honey, you're on my way. God damn it, woman, make me some dinner.
As he wandered through this
that's not
fantasy
dinner.
world, he
What the
began to
fuck?
fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
But I don't have any kids. There's just a chair and a filing cabinet. Ooh, a picture. I will tell the picture a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I don't want to tell her I love her. She's hard and plastic. I'm gonna talk to the chair. Chair, I love you.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons.
Oh
he
crap,
always
she's gone.
has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
There's a real one? Ooh, what's the coffee mug say? Can't read paper. I guess we go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this.
Computer!
That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen
painting
asks
changed.
you to push a button, do not do it.
Alright. Screw you pushing buttons. Not gonna touch the H key. This is normally the part of a game where I'd be jumping around like an idiot, but there's no jump button in this game, so I can't. Alright, hey clock. How about we say fuck this guy and press the H button? H.
You see?
Ah,
He does
shit!
not hear me. How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Give me a mirror.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley
I don't want to die.
And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I
Oh god, what happened? I think I just died in the Stanley Parable. And it reloaded. That was really weird. Alright, let's, I guess try this again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hey, he wasn't doing data entry. Those are really old computers. And everyone has a different computer. What kind of office is this? Apparently everyone hates Mondays.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Now I kind of wonder, if I go to the door on the right again, is it going to do the same thing, or will it do something completely different? It is a difficult dilemma. Do I do what the game wants me to do, or do I rebel and go right? I'm gonna go right. This has to happen. They have to know this.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yep. I'm in a loop.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a
Sexy
gorgeous,
room.
gorgeous room.
I'm gonna
Thank goodness
hump the
Stanley
column.
had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without
Yeah,
having
column.
experienced this room
Yeah,
was
column.
now too horrible even to consider.
Alright, now that that's done. Hey, does this person hate Mondays?
Yes. Really, really worth it being here in the room. A
No, they
room
like
so
fuel,
utterly
apparently.
captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some
Give it a
paintings. Really worth
Coffee
it.
nuts. I think that person hates Mondays. Number one
At this
bad.
point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy. But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Alright, back to business.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
But how can I ignore the big red shiny arrow? I can't. This game is going to take forever to play because I'm going to do everything wrong. Yeah, press the red button. Ah, crap.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Left. Alright. So what's right? I can't go right. Boo. Left it is.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Well, fuck. Okay.
No, not the right. Why would I have
Damn it.
ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Alright, sure. Where are we going?
Now, let's see. We went down,
Yeah.
right,
Hey,
left,
paintings.
down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
That way? I don't like the truck. Holy shit.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay,
No, don't close your eyes.
We just have to get back
Look.
to, oh, who am I kidding?
There I am
It's all
down there.
rubbish now.
427.
The whole
Right in the
story
middle.
completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Awesome. I think I just died again. Ah. Alright, I guess I'll follow him this time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley...
Ah! What the fuck?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you
No.
move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find
Oh, God.
the story.
So many options. Kind of. Well, when faced with a puzzle in D&D, you always follow the right wall.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
God damn it. And take 7.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Hey, a new
Stanley
coffee mug.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse.
The
I
bloody
might be
fuck?
remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Alright, going back this way. I don't remember a spilled coffee mug.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something.
bloody
The
shit.
story. Here it comes.
This is my office.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and
Now he's
retrace
just
our
fucking with me.
steps.
Yeah, I almost expect head crabs too. The shit. I don't have a crowbar, I have a clicky button. It goes clicky, clicky, clicky.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
I did
Some
too.
people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Take 8. That's awesome. Oh, pardon me over here while I die laughing at the fact that he just painted a big ass line for me.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Oh, it's probably not simple at all. Oh, this should be good. Let's see what happens. What the fuck? Why do you go that way? We don't go that way. We go this way.
No, no, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Even better. To figure out how to uncensor my chat, because censoring chat is silly. Ooh, solitaire. No, I can't play solitaire. Stupid chair in the way.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can agree with that.
Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on.
Possibly.
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yay! Adventure music. Wow, what the fuck? I can't do that. Really? A whole drawer full of coffee mugs? I can't do that either. What the shit? A question mark made of question marks. Notice the subtle countdown. Hey, it's James Bond's office. I can't go in James Bond's office. Boo. Hey, it's Trevelyan's office. That's an obscure joke. They don't know how to count very well. That's not even a number. This says financial records at the end of the hall. Yeah, no kidding. Now it's not there anymore. That door's not open. I can't go back.
Wait,
This
cut the
is-
music.
Aww.
Go back and look at that fern.
The fern? Like that thing? I was about to say that music was pretty fucking epic. No, I miss it. It's all quiet now.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Epic fern. It's foreshadowing. It's pretty heavy foreshadowing. Fern. Yeah. Go fern. Alright, fuck it. Let's go. Onward! No epic music? Oh god. It looks like it loops in a minute.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
No, probably not. So which line do we take? The one on the right. Oh shit, I'm about to die again.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Take 9. Alright, let's try this again.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Yeah,
Why
fuck
can't
that
we
line.
make up our own story? Something
Yeah.
exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply
Yeah.
start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Yeah, let's fuck shit up. This way. This way!
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and
Fuck
Stanley
yeah.
forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story
Fuck
to
that
be?
line. What the
Go wild.
bloody fuck?
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I love the physics in this game. Some of the level design is ridiculous. What the... And again. Ah, my brain hurts. Ah, again!
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from
fuck that
having
line.
you role in our awesome new story.
Yeah,
no
screw that
lines
guy.
or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Nope. There's no line. I see no line. Nope, no line here. Just windows. What the fuck are you doing, line? Yeah, go away.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
Ha-ha.
From here, the story is in our control. How
Yeah.
important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to
Circles.
lead somewhere.
Go the
which
other way.
means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted
Circle
reverse
strafing.
door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
Yes.
And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
Yeah.
Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
To the right door. The fuck? Quick, try and read all the shit.
What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
Damn right.
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want
Quick,
to forget?
keep reading.
My mind
probably
goes
almost
blank
done.
simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really?
Find a
No,
bookstore.
it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Yep.
I guess now we
Chair.
just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we?
Yep.
Eventually.
At some
Well,
point.
in the meantime...
Ah! It restarted. Ah! Fuck you! This is awesome.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Partition Corp. Providing partition for 50 years. Meeting room, meeting room, meeting room, meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I guess I'll go in the door on the left this time.
Yet there was not a
It's a meeting
single
room.
person here either. Feeling a wave
shit.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Hey, an office party. Let's go. Yeah, research and development of new coffee machine. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Standardized graphs, 40 wide. Okay. Or someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire the paper guy. Hire someone to fire a paper guy.
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all. He seems to think I have
reading,
nothing better
dick.
to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
Yeah. What? They want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule? I think that's a stupid idea too. I don't know about the water coolers though. But we need more death sport. A lot of percent. They call the trash can the ideas bin. I need to do that. What do people want? Things, money, more money. Things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs? No, we don't want graphs. Yay, I'm unique. That chart didn't make any sense. Yes, right now I'm both people. Tips for not getting fired. I'm really sitting here watching a slideshow for fun. How sad is that? That's the loop. Yay, monetize free to play. Take all of your money even though it's free. Broom closet. Fuck yeah, broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
What are you talking about? There's like wrenches and shit.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
That sounds like there's reason to still be here.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I want to do sweet FA.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing?
Yeah, I'm trying
Why?
to save that dude.
Please
that's
offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
There's a dude who's stuck in the broom closet. I want to make sure he's not in here.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If
Yep.
I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
That's totally not true. It was totally on one of the whiteboards.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your
I'm
friend
gonna say that to
finds this
everyone now.
consoling.
Did you get the broom closet ending? Man, that broom
Stanley
closet
was
ending.
fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Well, that's
He
not very
probably only
nice.
got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Damn right. Hookers. Bring them on. They're hookers
Well,
in the
I've
broom
come to a
closet.
very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Yep.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins
Hey,
to
Paul,
decompose.
come take care of my body.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Alright, I have taken over. Let's go. Doesn't seem like he's gonna yell at me anymore for being in the closet.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board.
Good to
I
be here.
guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Man, that guy sounds like a champ. The guy who came before me.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes, because upstairs is on the right, which is how you get out of labyrinths. Have to try the door. You know I have to try the door. Ooh, swank office. My boss is a pimp. Oh, I wanted to use the executive bathroom.
Stepping
Man.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
This is a fucking
Shocked,
badass office.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely. But no. 2845.
I should enter 2845, huh?
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
fuck?
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I recognize this place. See? Fucking button.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Ooh, look at all the spooky mist. Did that just shoot sparks at me? Fuck that elevator.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Now I have a real dilemma. The way he wants me to go is to the right. This says escape, and the game obviously wants me to go to the left now. But I have to go to the right. Because the right is how you get out. Because we're in a labyrinth. But I want to go left. Because it says escape, and not mind control facility. Looks like a computer in there. And a hallway. A really long hallway. Yeah, the rule of labyrinths is follow the right wall. I guess we follow the right wall. It's not a computer. Surprise! It's a giant light switch. I wonder what that... Looks like a list of numbers or something. Light switch. On!
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Man, I've never been in this room before. This is so weird. Yeah, just ignore that catwalk up there. Never been there before.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Whoa.
Each bore the number of an
It's trippy.
employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Is that a red screen of death down there? Man, all these monitors are tripping me out a little. Is that like an ejection seat? Like just shoots me up in the ceiling?
This mind control
Might actually be
facility,
dead.
it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it.
Yeah, fuck
he
that.
Couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
Never.
unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
No, I can't click the shiny red button. Alright, what number is it there? That's 4, I think. Alright, I'm guessing we hit these in order? Maybe? Alright, where's 3? Know where 4 and 5 are. Where the crap is 3? Ah, 3. Oh, that was anticlimactic.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Yeah, fuck this place. Power off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Aww.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Well, apparently I just beat the game, because it just unlocked an achievement for beating the game. And now the game starts over. So do I attempt to go through all that crap again and go out the escape thing just to see what happens? Or do I end it here and say that was brilliant and just be happy? Because right now I'm pretty happy. Like, I mean, that was fun. Like, it was a good experience. Fuck it, let's see what the fuck happens. I mean, I got time. I do need another drink though. So let me go get another drink, and then I will attack the escape route. Or attempt to attack the escape route. We'll see how this goes.
Stanley stood for a long time in one spot. It's part of a game. He likes to see how long he can go without dying. So far, he's doing excellent. And if he just stays right where he is, I'm sure he'll keep up that good momentum. Let's observe the genius at work.
I'm a fucking genius. Alright, now I'm back, and got some Polliner Oktoberfest. It's good stuff. And now adequately beard. Let's do this. Fucking Filing cabinet.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Who's the dude that was stuck in the closet? Need to remember that dude. Chris. Chris is stuck in the broom closet. That's why I was in the closet earlier. Just in case Chris was in there. Oh, we can go down here.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
didn't go
walked
down. We
upstairs
gotta go
to
down.
his boss's office.
Because, of course, the alternative to following the right wall, if you're silly and left-handed, is to follow the left wall. Since we're technically following the left wall, we should do this. It's important. The fuck?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example,
Why the fuck is there a
couldn't
car
he
in
see
here?
his feet when
Oh.
he looked down? Why did doors close
Fuck, I have no
automatically
feet!
behind him wherever he went? And
That's a
for
good
that
point.
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a
Okay.
dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float
Whoa!
above the ground.
I'm fucking flying. What the fuck?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was
Holy
so
crap.
much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
That's a pretty good
Now
question.
the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams,
Have you noticed that the rooms are switching
this
order?
was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain
no
all
shit.
that? This
Yeah,
voice was a
explain
part
it.
of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
With the copying
that this
machine.
was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the
Yeah,
press
wake
of
up.
the mattress on his back. the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I'm really surprised it didn't just
Stanley
reload.
began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office.
Wake
I am
me
real.
up.
Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh shit, it's all black.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
And restart. Oh my god, this game is so fucking awesome. Alright, now for the escape
All of
route.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Door on the left, let's go.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yeah, where the fuck is
Feeling
everyone?
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to
Don't
his
get
boss's
fired.
office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Ah, shit. Gotta go talk to my boss. Ah, here we go. Oh, broom closet. I wonder if Chris is in there.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. I love this game. Okay, Chris isn't in here. Let's keep going.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, upstairs to the boss's office. Pimping ain't easy.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
That's some
What could
weird-ass
it
wall art.
mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf. looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He
Yeah,
stepped
crazy.
into the newly opened passageway.
Let's go. Fuck you, elevator.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Fuck no, I didn't. Time to escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Sweet.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
What fun is that? Live a little, man. Random poll. Okay.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep. Willingly confronting my death. Well, there's a hole. Might as well jump in it. Ow.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
WTF? Okay. Well, that just got weird.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
That's a pretty good question. Especially now that there's a new narrator. Oh, this is new.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Whoa. Getting all existential on me now. Time to go read signs. Get a good read in while you can. This is like a museum. It's kind of cool. Interesting. What the fuck? Those got smaller. I thought they were huge a minute ago. Maybe I'm just starting to see weird things. Oh shit, we can read shit now. Employee database. Tiny text. Game credits. Uh-oh. So who's the other narrator? If Kevin Brighton is one. Why do I know the name William Poe? I know the name William Poe from somewhere. I have no idea where. I'm gonna look it up on Wikipedia because I don't know where I know this dude from. There's no way this is the same William Poe. Because this William Poe that I'm looking at is the guy who developed the current memory model that's used in the Java programming language. Though it could be, because this game is really out there. Alright. See what's over here. Oh wait, the fern. We gotta find the fern, right? Random copying machine. I just realized we're going the total wrong way. Although now I'm like stuck. Because like I want to read all this shit. That's kind of funny. And is entirely making fun of Half-Life. Your crowbar thing. Words, larger words. It's some text. Wow. If those were the 6 photos that they had on there, that would, they got them greenlit, that's kind of fucking awesome. Oh, sweet. Emails to the narrator. I hope they have Raphael's email. That'll be really funny. Now I wonder if that hair's... Are you gay? That guy really liked the game. Poor Saul, I'll be your friend. Wait a minute. His name wasn't Saul. He bargained with a magician. That's pretty insightful. Capybaras? What the fuck is a capybara? Oh shit. That's a long message. Oh, someone from Libya. Oh, I guess he's random? Because that's... Didn't see the one that came before that one. Are you a rock? What is the difference between a duck? Sounds like a good setup for a joke. Oh, a capybara is a weird Australian animal. Which is exactly what it sounds like. Greetings, omnipotent voice. I like that one. That's a good letter. Alright, I think we've seen all of these. Nice. This is an interesting way to show off like screenshots and stuff. Interesting. vent. I don't remember a vent. What the crap? This game is so weirdly recursive. That's kind of funny. Can't pull levers. Whoa. No noise, I guess. Oh well. I really wonder if this is actually a legitimate ending of the game. Or like what the hell this shit is. This is much more boring. What the fuck? Okay, how do I get over there? Okay, that's good to know.
Stanley pushed the number 6. When Stanley came to the lift, he traveled upward to the power source at the top of the facility to end. Where were all of his co-workers? Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing? Does that sound plausible to you?
Nice. Alright, let's go to that exit and see what happens. Countdown ending. I don't think I've seen the countdown ending.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
No.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two.
Oh, what the fuck?
You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now. It'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time
I let time choose for me. I think the game is over. Yep. Looks like the game is over. Whoa, I can resume the game. Maybe not. Okay, boring. So I think we will call that that. There may be one or two more endings, but I think that's good for now. That was a lot of fun. I'll definitely have to play this again at some point. It's highly entertaining. Thank you, Paul, for watching and commenting in the weird chat box. And we'll definitely have to do this again sometime. Alright. Enjoy.